Good morning, students. In this class, we are going to revise some topics related to chapter 6. Okay, that is already explained in the class. Okay, and chapter 6 is molecular basis of inheritance of class 12. So let us see. So today I will revise the first one, what is genetic material, various properties of genetic material. Okay, occurrence of genetic material inside the cell, and the length of DNA in the various living organisms. So let us see one by one what is genetic material. Genetic material. Genetic material. Okay. The substance which able to store genetic information and transmit it from one to next generation, collectively known as genetic material. Once again, listen carefully. The substance which help to store genetic information and help to transmit it from one to next generation, or you can say from parents to their offsprings, is known as genetic material. You know, there are a number of biomolecules in nature that is found, and these are, you can say, nucleic acid, okay, nucleic acids. Next one, fats, okay, proteins, okay, carbohydrates. A number of biomolecules occurs in nature, but out of these, only nucleic acid considered as genetic material because it has some features that are not found in the other biomolecules. Okay, so once again, what is genetic material? The substance which help to store genetic information and transmit it from one to next generation is known as genetic material. In nature, in most of the cases, there are nucleic acid acts as genetic material, and there are two types of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, whereas RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. In most of the living organisms, DNA acts as genetic material, but in some viruses, RNA acts as genetic material. Example, HIV. HIV stands for human immunodeficiency virus that causes disease AIDS in the humans. So let us see who discovered nucleic acid and when. Okay, so this nucleic acid, so initially a special substance obtained from the nuclei of a cell. During the discovery of nucleic acid, first of all, a special substance obtained from the nuclei of first cell by Frederick Michel, and he termed it mixture, and he termed it nuclein. During the discovery of nucleic acid, first of all, Frederick Michel isolated a special substance from the nuclei of first cell and named it nuclein. Later on, Hartree confirmed this nuclein helped to transfer of information, or you can say transmission of characters from one to next generation. Once again, during the discovery of nucleic acid, first of all, Frederick Michel isolated a substance from the nuclei of first cell termed nuclein, and later on Hartree confirmed that this nuclein help to transmission of characters from one to next generation. After Hartree, Altman confirmed that this nuclein term nucleic acid because it has acidic nature. Due to acidic nature, Altman changed the term nuclein and gave the new term for nucleic acid. And he also called there are two types of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. DNA was first synthesized by Kornberg. Synthesized first DNA, okay, in the laboratory, Kornberg. So once again, During the discovery of nucleic acid, Frederick Michel isolated a special substance from the nuclei of a cell and termed as nuclein. Later on, Herdwick confirmed this nuclein had property to transmit characters from one to next generation. After this, Altman coined the term nucleic acid for nuclein due to its acidic nature. An acidic nature of nucleic acid due to presence of phosphate group. Phosphate repeated by PO4 3-. Okay, and so this is all about the discovery of nucleic acid. Now let us see once again what is genetic material. So genetic material may be defined as the substance which can store genetic information. You can say traits are characters. The substance which can store genetic information and transmit it. Transmit means what? Transfer. Transmit it from one to next generation. From one to next generation. Called genetic material. Okay, in nature a number of biomolecules are present, but out of these nucleic acid acts as genetic material because it has some basic features that are not found in the other biomolecules. So let us see the properties of genetic material. Next one, properties of genetic material. Properties of genetic material. Due to these properties, nucleic acid acts as genetic material. Okay. Properties of genetic material. The first property is it has ability to produce its replica. Replica means here duplicate copy. That means DNA chain to DNA, RNA chain to RNA. So this is the first property of genetic material. First one, it has ability to produce its replica, or you can say duplicate copy. Second property, it so the mutation. Mutation is what? The sudden change in the genetic material is called mutation. Okay, it also should have the property of mutation. Okay, third one. Okay, it is structurally and chemically stable. It should structurally and chemically stable. It should structurally and chemically stable. Okay, DNA is more stable than RNA because due to presence of thymine and due to absence of OH group at carbon number 2 and it is double stranded. RNA is less stable because it is single stranded, it has uracil and it has OH group at carbon number 2. Okay, and when you will compare reactivity, then DNA is less reactive than RNA and RNA is more reactive than DNA. Next one, it should express itself in the form of Mendelian characters. So these are the 4 properties of genetic material. First one related to DNA replication, that is it has ability to produce its replica. Second one, it show the mutation. Okay, mutation shown by RNA is more as compared to DNA. Okay, there are certain reasons I will explain later. Okay, third one, it should structurally and chemically stable. And last one is you can say it should express itself in the form of Mendelian characters. So these are the 4 properties shown by the genetic material, you can say DNA and RNA. So let us see the location of genetic material, or you can say DNA inside the cell. Location or appearance of genetic material. Appearance of genetic material, as you can say DNA. Why DNA? Because in the most of the cases DNA acts as genetic material. So you know there are 2 types of cells found in the living world. The first type is known as prokaryotic cell. First type is known as prokaryotic cell, and the second type is known as the eukaryotic cell. The eukaryotic cell. Okay, so you know in case of prokaryotes they have cell membrane and cell wall, and DNA is circular and double stranded and scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay, when without histone protein. But in case of eukaryotes, okay, suppose that this is the cell membrane, and beside cell membrane we have another membrane known as nuclear membrane. So this is what cell membrane, and this is the nucleoid. That is naked DNA also known as nucleoid in case of prokaryotic cell. So let us see location. In case of eukaryotic cell, okay, this DNA is linear and present inside the nucleus of the cell, not in the cytoplasm of the cell. And this DNA, linear DNA, associated with a special protein known as the histone protein. Okay, so let us see the position of, or you can say appearance of DNA or nucleic acid inside the cell. In case of prokaryotes, the DNA is naked. Naked means not surrounded by nuclear membrane. The DNA is naked, double-stranded and circular, and without associated with histone protein. And this also known as nucleoid. It is present in the cytoplasm of the cell. But in case of eukaryotes, you can see eukaryotes, they are like plants and animal cells. They have linear DNA, and this linear DNA present inside the nucleus of the cell. And this DNA also associated with the special protein known as histone protein. And this histone protein contains the basic amino acids arginine and lysine. Due to presence of these 2 amino acids, the nature of the histone protein is basic. Okay. So once again, in case of prokaryotic cell, okay, the DNA is present inside the cytoplasm of the cell. It is naked due to absence of nuclear membrane. It is double-stranded and circular without histone protein. But in case of eukaryotic cell like animal cell, plant cell, okay, the DNA is linear and present inside the nucleus of the cell, not in the cytoplasm. Linear, and it is associated with a special protein known as histone protein. And this histone protein is basic in nature due to presence of the basic amino acids, that is arginine and lysine. So this is all about the location of DNA inside the cell. Okay. Next one is the length of DNA in certain living items. That is given in your NCERT book. You can see that is given in your NCERT book, page number. Location of length of DNA inside the in the certain living items. You can see page number, just I am reading, page number is 96. Okay, so let us see length of DNA. Length of DNA in certain organisms. Okay, length of DNA in certain organisms. So total 4 given. The first one is the in case of virus 5174. It has single stranded DNA and the length of the DNA is 5386. You can see page number is page number 96. 5386 nucleotides. Nucleotides I will explain later. Okay, nucleotides. Second one, lambda bacteriophage. Lambda bacteriophage. The length is about, okay, length is about 48,502 base pairs. 48502 base pairs. Okay. Next one, third is the, you can see Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli kind of bacteria. It has 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pair. And last one, the haploid DNA content of animals. Okay, the haploid content of human DNA. Fourth one, the haploid content of human DNA. Haploid means the 23 chromosome. Haploid content of human DNA is about how many base pairs? It is about 3.3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. So this is the length of DNA in the certain living organisms that is given in the NCERT book. The first one is in case of virus. This virus is single stranded DNA. That's why only nucleotides. It has 5386 nucleotides. Second one, lambda bacteriophage. It is kind of virus. It has 48,502 base pairs. Length of the DNA. In case of Escherichia coli cell, it is about 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pairs. Length of the DNA. And in case of haploid content of human DNA, it is about 3.3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. Okay, in the next class we will continue the various components of nucleic acids, okay, and the structure of nucleic acid. Thank you.